Hey,
Welcome to Pop Yo Shit.
thank you for having me.
Child, when I tell you be having me in a choke. Oh,
Listen,
you did the end of Christmas. Why would you do that to me?
I really did enjoy that book. I really did enjoy that book. I'm not big on like holiday books
It
and stuff like
wasn't.
that, but I love that book.
Can you hear me?
Hmm?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
I can't hear you. But it might be. Hold on. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
I can't hear you.
I don't know why. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me?
I can't. It's my headphones are here, and let
Can
me
you,
turn them off.
can you hear me?
Hear you now. It's
Okay.
me. My headphones are right here. So I'm sorry.
It's okay.
So yes, let me tell you something. Let's talk about we jumping right in. Now I read your little cute sweet book yesterday, but the holiday mayhem and the holiday heartbreak had me in a whole choke hold.
I love Mayhem. Like I love Mayhem. Mayhem, he didn't he didn't care who was in his path of destruction.
At all.
He didn't. He didn't care.
Thank
He didn't
you.
care at all.
So but why would you break our hearts at the holiday? It's supposed to be happy time.
And you know what? That is exactly why I said that it wasn't gonna be the typical holiday story. That it just happened around the holidays. Cause I don't know how to do. I'm not gonna say I don't know how to do it. I don't like sweet and sappy and I don't know.
But you just did sweet and sappy.
I know, and that may have been like a one time thing. It may have been a one time thing. I don't know. But I love Mayhem though. Like I love Mayhem.
Listen, when I say Dave was in for the rude awakening, Keyshawn wasn't shit.
Listen, I and you know what? When I got done writing it and I read it, I was like, you know what? He didn't feel her enough. He didn't get his karma enough for me. He didn't get his karma enough.
So why you just didn't make it just diabolical like you normally do?
Girl, it was over then. By the time I realized it, it was over. It was time to move on. It was time to move on.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so before I know we did already jumped in, but y'all, if y'all don't know who this lady is beside me, if y'all never, because I've never seen your face,
Really?
never.
Child, it's
See,
me.
it's your book, your title, and I'll be like, add to cart.
I appreciate it so much. I appreciate that.
You know how they have that 333. You one of those people I auto buy. I don't even care what the story is about. Nothing. Your pen does it does not miss.
Girl, don't make me cry on here now. I ain't cried on here.
Listen,
Don't
I
do it
know
to
but
me.
making some people cry, but I'm not trying to.
Mm-mm.
I'm joking. So I have a list of your some of your books that had me like I'm coming through this computer. Okay. So we have Holiday Heartbreak, Holiday Mayhem. We have Scars of a Toxic Nigga.
Khalil. I love Khalil. I
Toxic
love Khalil.
Redemption.
I love Khalil.
Dro.
I love Rosier.
Locked in with the plug. What I tell you, I slid down some walls.
Xander Xavier for me, Xavier is the one that stole that series. Xavier was so funny. He was so funny. He was so
Think it's a
funny.
game.
King. I hated the daddy in that series. Boss.
Listen, this shit here is gonna get on my nerves. I'm sorry, y'all. Sorry for the text. Just put a minute. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Can't hear you. Okay, say it again.
I can hear you.
Okay. So basically, it must want me to put them on. So when I tell you your pen is top tier, just like Lady Creole said, it is top tier.
Thank you so much.
And it's one of those writers you have to say, okay, I know such and such drop, but I gotta put it to the side.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Like I really do appreciate that because sometimes I feel like, I'm very hard on myself. And sometimes I feel like, what I'm saying, like I'm not gonna say I'm not good enough, but sometimes I feel like I'm not doing enough. So it's like I really do appreciate that.
Well, child, you got me. Yeah, you got me. So I'm gonna ask my classic uh, uh, brown sugar question. What made you fall in love with writing?
Okay, so let me tell you. So I tell everybody this every time I do like a interview or whatever. Like I was never the girl that was in like middle school, high school that loved to read. Never thought I would be a writer because baby, I was outside. Okay, I was outside with the boys. Reading and writing was just never my thing. So like I really didn't start reading until the pandemic. So it was some books I read. They were like really, really good, and it was some that was like, but I was never the type that would like slide into somebody's inbox and be like, "Hey, this was cool, but you could have did better if you did this." Like that's not me. That's not me. That's not my thing. So every time I read a book and I kind of felt like it could have went a different way, I was like, "Well, let me see what I can do. Let me see if I can write something. Let me see if I can write what I like to read." And let me tell you, it was hard. It was hard because the first book that I did, it was like a paranormal. And baby, couldn't nobody tell me I wasn't gonna be a paranormal writer. Couldn't nobody tell me. And when I say that book told me up, it told me up. So I think me just wanting to create what I like to read is what made me want to write.
So, how did you know that you found the lane you were supposed to be in?
Um, you know what? That's a hard question because nobody's never asked me that. Um, I think my everyday life kind of like steered me toward the lane I'm supposed to be in because to know me in real life is to know that my life is chaotic. Like I know crazy niggas in real life. So it's like writing about them and writing about certain situations is kind of like what I like doing the most. So I feel like when it comes to writing chaos and toxicity, I feel like that's me.
Okay, okay. What character best represent or is best like you that you've ever read in your catalog?
Devin. Devin and Brianna.
And what book is that?
Devin is Lucky from Khalil's
Okay.
Toxic series, and Brianna is the first female from Cuffed by a Certified Maniac.
Girl. And why I didn't know that I did because I read them when I read that last year.
Those two remind me a lot of me.
Really?
Hey y'all in the comments, y'all so sweet.
Child, when I tell you, I was like, when you agreed to come on, it's like, well, are these? I was like, girl, I'll find a date. I'll find a date. I don't do Saturdays
Really?
because I don't. I always have interviews on Fridays, Sundays, uh, every other Monday, and then I just open up Wednesdays and Thursdays.
Well, I appreciate you making an exception for me. I'm a girl that I don't like doing nothing during the week. Like even though I write full time now and it kind of like open up like a lot of time for me to do certain stuff, I still don't like doing nothing during the week. I don't like doing nothing during the week. Nothing but watching cartoons and sleep. That's it.
You know what? I'm screaming. I'm screaming.
For real,
Okay,
that is it.
leads me to a good question. How did you become a full time author for the authors that are still working or trying to aspire to have that full time thing?
I feel like I'm gonna be completely honest with you right now. I feel like
Okay.
there's no timetable when it comes to doing it. You know what I'm saying? Because I know authors that have been writing for years that still don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Full
Hmm.
time. But I feel like I was going back and forth about if it was time for me to do it or not, because you just said you read Jay last year. I didn't start writing until last year. So I kind of felt like it was too soon, or I kind of felt like I wasn't ready. But I kept going to all these different jobs, and it was like, you know what? This ain't for me. Like, this ain't for me. This ain't for me. So it's like they pissed me off one day so bad at my job. I just didn't go back. And I just said, Lord, like, if this is what you got for me to do, please let me do it the best of my ability. So it's like, I don't know if you watch Love and Hip Hop.
Hmm.
But there was a time when Jocelyn was crying, and she was like, every time her and Stevie got into it, he would be threatening to send her back to the strip club.
Right, right, right.
So every single day I pray, God, please don't send me back to the strip club. Please don't send me back to the strip club, baby. I pray and I write every single day. I pray and I write every single day. Like it's times where I kind of like second guess myself, but it's like I feel like God always sending me signs through like other people that's letting me know like, okay, Bernica, you're on the path you're supposed to be on. So I just, I talked to God, I stepped out on faith, and here I am.
Now, see, for me, that's what it's about. I know I'll be on here acting a whole donkey with the church hats and the fans and the things, and I have this tambourine over here acting a whole fool. However, I do believe that I'm being led in the right direction. When I tell you, when I started this journey, opportunity after opportunity has come, and I'm just letting the Lord lead because He know I don't want to work until I said I had to be gone by the time I'm 60. I got 5 years, and I don't think I'm gonna make it.
Listen, what's for you is gonna always be for you. Sometimes, and
Exactly.
I have. Let me tell you something. I got some girls that are in my corner that talk to me rough, and I be needing that sometimes. Like sometimes you have to step out of your own way. You got to
Hmm.
get out your own way to be great at times. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So I feel like sometimes that's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. You can be your own worst enemy at times, but once you really get out your way and allow the things that God wanted to happen to take place, it's like a whole new world.
So, what does your support look like?
Oh my goodness. Like, I really do feel like I don't use the word friends too often because people are weird. But the girls that I have around me, like I love them as if they were my own blood. Like I got some girls that handle me and talk to me and push me the way that I need, because it's like I'm the type of friend, like, I'm gonna motivate you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be a yes man. I'm not gonna always tell you what you wanna hear, but I'm gonna push you and I'm gonna support you the best I can. And there have been times where I've wanted my own Bernica.
Hmm.
And I'm honestly blessed to say that I have a few Bernicas around me.
Hmm.
So my support system is great, from my homies to my parents, my sister, my close cousins. Like I have a great support system.
Have your parents read your books?
Okay, so let me tell you, my mama, my mama, my mama advocates for me everywhere she goes. Like she does. My mama is always telling people, "Do you read? Well, check out my baby." But my mama will not read my stuff. She'll read like the samples that they have on like Amazon or whatever.
Hmm.
But she said that she doesn't doubt that I can write. She said she just can't get past the person that's writing it. So she won't read it. She won't read it. But my grandmama is like 85, 85, 86. My grandmama reads my stuff.
How do you feel about
My grandmama reads my stuff. Like she don't tell me like she's just like, Bernica, like I read your book, it's good. Like my grandmama reads it, but we don't talk about it. We don't talk about it. Like it feels kind of weird to know, you know what I'm saying? My grandmama reading some some crazy stuff. But I don't know. I love that she supports me though. I love that she supports me.
You know, I love that you have support because everybody doesn't have it.
Hey AJ, I'm sorry. AJ said, "Girl, speak to me." Hey AJ. Hello everybody. Goodness. Hey y'all. My favorite cousin is on this live. Hey Queen.
See, look at that. Support, 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 support. I
Mm-hmm.
love it. Um, how do you deal with the, I want to say fame, but the success of it all?
Okay, so God is still working on me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a little crash out. I ain't gonna lie to you. I be crashing out sometimes. Like it's just like with an artist. You know what I'm saying? Like there's some songs that some artists write, baby, you can't pay me to listen to it because I don't like that artist. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I have to get myself in the space to where I understand that my work is not for everybody. Everybody
Right.
is going to see my vision. So it's like when I see or hear about reviews where people say, my work is bad or it seems like somebody else wrote it and it ain't this, it ain't that. I get mad because it's like, damn, like I was stressed out writing this book. Like, why y'all don't see what I see? Why y'all can't read what I read? Why y'all don't feel what I feel? But I have to understand that I'm not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not for everybody in real life. So I can't expect for my work to reach people the way that I want it to. So, I try not to read reviews. Like even my mama, she tells me all the time that she reads my reviews. And when she tries to tell me about it, it's like, ma, I don't really wanna hear it. You know what I'm saying? But like I just try to get away from that. Like I just feel like if I get so wrapped up in what others feel and what others think, I'm gonna lose my love for it. Because I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna always try to cater to everybody. And you can't do that. You
Mm-hmm.
can't do that. Like at the end of the day, when I type the end, and when I send it to my editor and my editor sends it back to me, if I feel like I did this story the best of my abilities, I can only hope that you, the reader, you know what I'm saying, feel the way I feel. And if you don't, I appreciate you just the same. Maybe that book isn't for you. Just wait until I put out the next one.
How do you feel about like videos like mine? I'm not trying to put my videos, but videos like mine where we be in here going, girl, we love it. Do you watch those or do
Do
you?
I? Do I? Let me tell you something. Y'all be making me feel so good. Y'all be making me feel so good. I'm talking about I be over here smiling from ear to ear. And then it's like sometimes when like I'm not really big on TikTok. So it's like sometimes if people don't tag me in the video, I don't see it because I don't be on TikTok like that. But anytime like my homies or somebody like see my videos or see somebody like uh reviewing something of mine, they'll send it to me. And girl, I just be like, oh my goodness, they talk about me. Yeah, they talk about me. They talk about me. They talk about me.
The way I be in here screaming. Is writing cathartic for you? Is it your therapy?
I'm not gonna lie and give you a deep answer. It at times yes, at times yes, but I don't know how that's like. It's just something that I like to do. I just like to do it. Like, girl, I put on Pandora and listen to King Von and give y'all some of the craziest niggas I can whip up. I'm telling you, like, I don't know, like music just does that for me. Like I can be riding to Walmart. I hear a song and a whole storyline will come to my head where I have to hurry up and put it in my notes so I won't forget. So it's like I'm not gonna say like writing relaxes me because sometimes it stresses me the hell out, but I do love it. I do love it to the point where I want to do this for a long, 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 long time.
So, do you feel like you are you found your purpose in life? Because I feel like sometimes, even when you write toxic characters, you know, for like a reader like me, reading is my sanity. So I don't have to always deal with my drama going on, or when I choose not to do it, I can just go into the book
I do
and look
feel
at
like
somebody else's.
I do feel like in a sense I'm. I'm walking in my purpose. I feel like it's still early on because, like I said, I've only been writing since I only started writing last year in January. So I do feel like I have so much room to grow. I have so much more to learn, but I do feel like this is what I'm supposed to do. I honestly feel like this is what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to be here creating, making people laugh, helping people, escape from everyday life. I really do feel like this is what I'm supposed to do.
Do, I just had a quick question, and it just went that quick. See, look at guy. He said, "No, ma'am, we're not gonna ask that question. We're not gonna ask it." Okay. um, do you feel like you're helping people other than just getting them out of everyday life? Do you intend on putting things that they can learn? Do you do the research? How is your writing? Oh, that's a better question. How is your writing process when it comes to things that you say, I'm going to add this? Do you have to research it, or is that something that you just know?
Now, that's something that I really want to work on because when it comes to, there's like certain parts of writing that is like really hard for me because, excuse me, when it comes to like, let's just say like occupations, like I don't want all my girls to do the same thing. Like I don't want all my girls to be kept women. I don't want all of them to like do hair, do nails and stuff like that. So it's like when it comes to researching like occupations, that's kind of hard for me. So I'm working on that. But for the most part, there's nothing that I've done yet outside of this last book that I did that made me just fall down a rabbit hole and like research. But I want to get better with that. Like I want to get better than that with that because I don't want to be like a one-dimensional writer. So I'm still working. I'm still working and learning as I go. But this last book, yeah, it kind of got me a little bit to where I
What
had to.
have you? Because when I was like, oh, this is sugary sweet. Wait, hold on, man.
You talking about Ivy Webb? The last book, the last story with the hashtag in front of it.
Yes.
Okay, so I don't know. Like I just wanted to do something sweet because, like you said, with Holiday Heartbreak and Holiday Mayhem, it was kind of chaotic. And I know, like around this time, like people want to read something that's gonna make them happy, make them smile, make them, giggle and rub their feet together and shit. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like I was like, well, let me do something else. So that's where that one came about. That's what that one came about.
What have you learned about yourself through your writing process?
Um, I've learned that I don't have it all figured out. I don't have it all figured out. Just because I feel like I got this down, maybe you don't. Like you have so much more that you need to learn. You have so much more that you need to do. And although I'm doing good, I can do better. I can do better. So that's one thing that I've learned. I try to make, even though every book that I do isn't going to be for everybody, I try to make every book better than the last that I created. But one thing that I and another thing that I learned is to give myself grace. I got to give myself grace. Like I'm so hard on myself. Like, baby, when I say I'll shut down, I will shut down. I'll get mad. I won't write for days, for weeks. Cause I be mad. Like I be in here mad at myself. But I have to give myself grace. I have to give myself grace.
What's the one thing?
Hey y'all.
Because before you even say that, I'm like you. I have to, even at my ripe old age, you have to. That's forever going to be a lesson. Forever going to be a lesson, especially when you're not used to um, being soft with yourself or being careful with yourself, and you always hard on yourself. You have to. That's going to be a forever lesson. I feel so.
Absolutely.
Just know that. What's the one thing you're gonna always include in your
Humor. Humor. Like, I don't mean to toot my own horn, but beat beat. Like, I'm funny in real life. Like, I'm funny in real life. So it's like I'm gonna always make y'all giggle. Even
book?
in even in the serious of situations, baby. I gotta make you laugh a little bit. A little
The
bit.
way I was screaming when, when that last week he said, "What you go? Why you gonna take her?" She said, "He said I got 3 legs and a dozen roses."
I love Casey. Casey stood on business when it came to Willow. When he finally saw her, he like even at the end we found out that he was planning that the whole time. But Casey knew what he wanted and he went after that. But baby, you gonna always chuckle a little bit in these books.
Oh, baby, I was chuckling. I was like, "Girl, if you don't stop laughing at this foolishness, this man is serious." He was like, "That's what I got. I got 3 legs."
3.
Damn.
3 of them.
um, what is it that you love about being an author, and what is it that you hate about
Okay, so let me tell you what I hate first. I hate that. Now, mind you, I just said that everybody's opinion is going to be subjective. You know what I'm saying? When it comes
it? Right.
to what I do and all this and that. But I just hate that sometimes people feel like just because you put yourself out here in a sense for the criticism that they supposed to say whatever they want to say and you're not supposed to feel no way about it. Like they
Mm-hmm.
supposed to pretty much drag you down you and you're just supposed to take it. You're not supposed to defend yourself. You're not supposed to speak on it. I don't like that part because I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet to where I can just let people handle me fucked up and I don't say nothing. I'm not there yet, but I am working on reacting less. That's one of my goals for this year. Is to react less. Like you feel how you feel. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's move on. That's something that I really, really, really want to work on this year.
First of all, Lady Creole, no, we're not gonna cuss him out in the office.
She said what?
She said, "Cuss him out in the office." No, man, diabolical.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you why I don't even want to do that, right? So there was this time. Um there was this time the last time that I crashed out online, right? The last time that I crashed out online, this lady, she was an author. She screenshot me and she put it in a group. I don't know if she was the admin of the group. I don't know what the group had to do with her, but she screenshot it and there were hundreds of comments about people felt like I was right for defending myself the way that I was. And there were people that were saying I was wrong, that they would never read from me again, that I'm unprofessional. And it's like, you get online and it's not even so much of you saying that the book wasn't for you. I'm okay with that. I'm cool with that. But it's just something about saying in your review that someone else wrote my work that just kind of triggered me a little bit. Because for one, how do you know that Amazon doesn't filter comments like that and they see that somebody else wrote my work? How do you know they don't feel like it was another person or it was AI generated where they shut my whole Amazon account down and I can't upload anymore? How do you know that? So I insinuating in any sense that somebody else wrote my work is just it pissed me out bad. And I went the hell off. I went the hell off. But from that moment on I said that I was just gonna try my best to ignore, the reviews and stuff like that's why I hardly ever read reviews because sometimes they be tripping. They be tripping. But after that, I said, "Baby, let me stay out. Let me stay out the comment section, the reader section, because I feel like that's not. I feel like the review section and some of these reader groups, I feel like they're not safe spaces for authors. So I try to stay away from them. I try to stay away from them.
But what's funny to me, and this is to the readers. Um, I'm trying to word this politically correct. What's funny to me is you want the interaction with the others. You jump up and down for interaction with the authors. And when they come to interact with you, you show your ass. I'm gonna need y'all to stop. Pick a
Mm-hmm.
side.
Yeah.
Pick a side. Because y'all bipolar asses, and I'm not meaning that in the most negative way, but some of y'all are undiagnosed and y'all need to go get something fixed. Because that's
um.
not fair to us who genuinely like, and I'm sorry if I'm taking over this, but this is the mama in me. When we genuinely love a reader's work and we want to interact with the author, it makes it hard for us. And then y'all be secretly fanning out, but you want to act a donkey because you're trying to get a reaction, because you want to be seen. Stop. Just stop. Just be nice. Just be yourself. If you want to, just take it somewhere else. But you're making it bad for everybody else. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Grow
Mm-hmm.
up. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's my TED talk. Okay. Thanks. um, character names: Mayhem, Kason. How do you be like? Okay, I found this name. I'm just gonna name him this, and then I'm a make a character around his name, or how does that work?
Character names are the hardest for me because I just feel like when it comes to like urban fiction, a lot of stuff is recycled, whether it's intentional or not, especially like names. But I always try to when I do the names of like my main characters, I try to do a name that's gonna be memorable. I try to do that. But names are like the hardest thing for me. Names are the hardest part for me.
For me, I like the crazy names, but when you guys go out the box and name some of these names, I'd be like, girl, where y'all get this shit?
Like I don't know. Like sometimes, like I don't want to be so different to where I have a main character named Ashwagandha, and y'all like what? So like I want it to be different, but at the same time, I want it to be simple. So where when you hear Khalil or you hear Loon, you're gonna associate it with Neat Meals.
Right,
Like
right.
if you hear the name Jason, you're gonna associate it with Neat Meals. Like I just want to create characters to where when you hear them or you read about them, you be like, that girl said oscillators. Like she loves Khalil. Yeah. So like when I do stuff like that, I try to do it to where when you hear about it, you know it's me.
Yeah. What's the one thing readers would be shocked to know about you?
I'm shy.
I know you fucking lying. I'm sorry.
Well, no, I ain't gonna. What it? Let me tell you. So like, I have like God willing, I have 3 events that I plan on going to this year.
Hmm.
And I'm telling you, like, if you meet me, I'm gonna be a little shy, be a little quiet at first, cause I got to feel you out. I gotta peep to
Right.
see you. But then it's gonna be like, hey, girl, like, But yeah, I think I'm shy a little bit.
Okay.
I'm really
How do you,
nice.
but how do you deal with the fans that be so excited to meet you?
You know what? I haven't experienced that yet.
So you haven't been to a book event at all?
No.
Who bust in your book event, Cherry?
My first one is gonna be I'm doing something real small at home, but I feel like that kind
Hmm.
of don't count because I know them, they know me.
Hmm.
So my first book event is going to be Eshy Von's event in Miami in April.
Okay. Okay.
I'm
Okay.
doing I'm doing her event in April. I'm gonna do Jessica Watkins in September, and I'm
Hmm.
gonna do Southern Hearts in October.
Oh,
I'm
I'm not
excited.
going to none of them.
You're not?
I'm going to. I'm sorry. I'm going to Tulsa to the Boozy Book Tour. I'm going to uh, the Four B's, the Boots Bling, the Boots Monica Walters. I'm going to her event in Dallas,
Okay.
and then I'm going to Orlando
Okay. Yeah, I'm
because
not
I'll
going
be in
to any
the.
of
Listen, I'm
those.
sliding through because I'll be in the area.
I'm not going to any of those. I'm sorry. I'm looking at these comments. Hey, y'all. Aubrey J said, don't worry. She going to fangirl out when she. Baby, let me tell you something. Aubrey J, M. Monique, Siobhan Latrice. They might as well get ready to call the authorities because they might as well get ready to call the people on me because the way I'm gonna act a fool and probably faint, I'm telling you what I know.
But I'm fangirling right now,
Why?
ma'am.
Let me tell you. Let me
Hold on,
tell
hold on,
you.
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, ma'am. Do you know how lethal your pen is?
I'm getting. Let me tell you. And this is not. This is honestly me. My closest people can tell you. I doubt myself a lot, and I'm really in my own way sometimes when it comes to writing. So it's like I feel like I'm good. I do feel like I'm good, but it's like sometimes I don't see what people see. I don't feel what people feel. So it's like one thing that I want to work on is feeling like that girl because I do believe that I'm her, but it's just hard to accept sometimes. So it's like when people say, "Do you know who you are?" It's like, "Yeah, I'm Bernica. I'm I'm neat. I'm Bernica." But I want to. I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain.
Listen, listen, listen. Made an exception for you. I
And I
fan
appreciate that.
I fangirl out every time I sit right here in front of this camera and I'm talking to an author. I am so fangirling right now,
I
and I'm
appreciate that.
listen. You have no idea.
I appreciate that. And I think another thing is like I'm kind of mean, but I'm nice. So it's like when like readers come in my inbox and we like talk, I talk to them like they one of my homegirls. Cause they be like, "Hey Nick," I be like, "Girl, what?" So it's like I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. But this is gonna be. I'm gonna get better. I'm gonna do better.
Listen, I'm just telling you, you have fans, ma'am. Some big fans.
I appreciate that. I
So
appreciate every single person that supports me.
I couldn't wait to get you on here. Um, you never told us what you love about being an author.
Oh, what I love is even though I'm not, I'm a homebody. I'm gonna stay in the house type of girl. So it's like meeting or interacting with people through books. Like I feel like that's what I love the most. That's what I love the most. Like, of course, I like getting paid because it pays my bills. I told you I don't want Stevie to send me back to the strip club. So it's like I love that too. But it's like interacting with people over over characters that I made up in my head. Like I don't know. I just love that. I just love it.
What makes a good character for you?
Personality. Like you got to. Okay, so like when it comes to my female characters, I don't want nobody that can just be walked all over. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no Dixie girl. I don't want somebody that's timid. So it's like when it comes to my characters, I want them to have a voice. You know what I'm saying? I want all my characters to stand on business. Like sometimes my girls, they be a little slow in the beginning when it comes to these niggas, but it's like when they figure out what's going on, they say what they mean and they mean what they say. Like I love characters that ain't weak. And my male characters, I love my male characters that are chaotic, that are toxic, that are hard on these hoes, but they love their women. That's what I love.
Do you ever think that you're gonna write a toxic female?
It's been on my mind. It's been on my mind because I have several family members that I can pull ideas from. So it's been on my mind. It's been, but you know what? You know what? I love that my favorite cousin is here right now. But some of this stuff I'm saying, I don't want him to hear. But some of it I don't want him to hear. But I don't forgot what I was gonna say.
I'm waiting on. But when you do do that, just remember me. Just tag me. Like this, that story you asked for.
It's gonna. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. It's kind of hard to. I feel like when it comes to like the females, they get judged because it's like, okay, so scars of a toxic nigga. Like Khalil, he was dogging these women out after he got his heart broke. Like he didn't care. But it's like if you got a female that does the things that Khalil does, she gonna be labeled a hoe. So
So,
I know.
so the story is the story,
Right, right.
and either you like it or you don't.
See, I don't want to show my tail in your on your live because Drake just asked me what my favorite cousin is. We done had this conversation, and I don't want to. I don't like that. So we gonna move past that.
Okay.
We're gonna move past that. But no, yeah, I got some different stuff that I want to do. I just gotta see where I can do it, where I can fit it in. Cause girl, I got big plans for 25. Big plans.
Are you afraid to write some things?
Yeah,
Why?
because I wanted to make sense. Like with the book that's coming up next, with the book that's coming out next, like there are gonna be things in it. I don't want people to read it and be like, "What the fuck is she talking about?" Like I just wanted to make sense. So yeah, it's a couple things that I'm scared to write, but I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
I'm gonna do it.
When you first saw your name on the title of your first book, just when you first said, "Okay, chapter the story's over, it's the end," the book came out, and your name is on the cover. How's that make you feel?
I was like, "Girl, what the fuck you done did? Like what? Like what did you do?" But honestly, it took me. I can't remember exactly what it was that made me feel like, okay, you're an author. But it was a while before I had that moment though. Like it was still a shocker to see my name like on my first cover, but it took some time for it to dawn on me like, girl, you're an author. Like you're an author. Like even when I got my first bestseller, it still didn't dawn on me. Like even when I got my first million pages read, it still didn't dawn on me. So I don't know. It took a while.
Have it settled in now?
Mm, it's settled in now that I'm an author because this is my main source of income. But I feel like it hasn't really dawned on me that I'm really, like they said, that girl. Because it's like when people I've been in like in groups and on posts where people associate me with like Monique. Like when people, you know what I'm saying, ask who are their favorite authors or ask for recommendations, they recommend me when they recommend like M Monique, when they recommend like Siobhan Latrice. Like, girl, you can't tell me nothing. And you know what? I just thought about it. My moment when I felt like, nigga, I made it, I made a post. It was just like a regular post, like promoting a book. Siobhan, she shared my post. Baby, when I say I slid down every wall in my apartment, I'm talking about I slid down every single wall. Every single wall. That was my moment for me. That was it. You couldn't tell me
Really?
that. And then I sent M Monique my catalog that I had at the time, and she made like a TikTok of her like putting my books on her bookshelf. Cause anybody that know me will tell you M Monique is my favorite author. M Monique is it for me. Like she made a TikTok where she was putting my books on her bookshelf. Tell me why I sent this lady a video of myself crying. I sent her a video of myself crying, and looking back at it, I'm so ashamed because why did I do that? But I sent her a video of myself crying.
I think that just again, like Cassandra said, you're too humble, ma'am. That's you being appreciative.
But it's like I'm the type of person I don't like to brag. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to brag, I don't like to boast. So it's like it's not that I'm trying to intentionally like downplay myself or not talk about what I do. I just don't like the whole bragging thing. But I have to find a way to celebrate me. You know what I'm saying? The way other people do. Because Cammy be cussing me out all the time. Like Cammy talks to me crazy. But I love Cammy though. And it's crazy because like it's not a lot of times that I talk about like how me and Cammy, you know Cammy, right?
Hmm.
So it's like when me and Cammy first, you know what I'm saying, we started around the same time. And me and Cammy fell out bad in the beginning. Because it's like she read my book and she reviewed my book, but I ain't like what she had to say. And I kind of felt like at the time, okay, bitch, we pen sisters. Like we supposed to be one man, one sound. You know what I'm saying? I felt like you could have came to me and told me how you felt about my book instead of posting it online. And so I told her how I felt. Girl, Kimmy had me blocked for a year. Okay? Kimmy blocked me for a year. Kimmy told me to go to fucking hell. Like me and Kimmy fell out bad. But it's like I laugh about it and I talk about it now because me and Kimmy we passed that. Like me and Kimmy, like I appreciate Kimmy so much because at the time, I didn't realize that she was pretty much getting me prepared for what I was gonna have to endure. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Through the whole journey or whatever. And I didn't appreciate that then, but I appreciate that now. So it's like every time we talk, I let her know like I'm not the type of person that's gonna repeatedly apologize to somebody because if I know I messed up and I say I'm sorry one time, like that's all you gonna get out of me. But I tell Cammy all the time, you know what I'm saying, that I apologize for how I acted and I appreciate the fact that we moved past that because I've learned from it. But that's my girl now. Cammy be talking to me like I talk to people, and that's crazy. So Cammy gets on me all the time about, you know what I'm saying, not celebrating myself and not doing for myself and stuff like that. So it's like she ain't the only one, but she does it often.
Do you feel that from when you started to now, can you see the growth in your writing?
Yes. Yes. I just had this conversation with somebody yesterday and the day before yesterday because like some of my stuff is going to, get facelifts at some point, my older stuff. And so it's like I started with my first book with Jay and Brianna, and I've been reading it, and it's like, man, like oh my goodness, like from like the editing, the wording, like just so much. It's like looking at, and that's another thing I told Kimmy yesterday. Looking at what I put out now versus what my first book was like. I see why you said what you said. Like I see why you said what you said. I see why you felt like you felt. But that just makes me feel even more proud of myself, though. It just makes me feel even more proud.
That's good. I love that. I love that for anyone who's saying, "Oh, I can do this. This is easy." It's not. This
It
is
ain't.
not an easy career. You might think it is because all they do is sitting at a computer writing,
It's
but
not.
it's the moving pieces,
It's not.
the business side of it. How do you deal with that? Because I know it can be a little cutthroat.
Um. Okay, so I didn't start writing until last January. August is when I released my last contracted book. So I didn't release my first independent book until October. So it's like I I have to do more now that I'm indie. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm responsible for so much more stuff. So it's like I'm still kind of learning that part. But thankfully, I have indie authors that are around me that help me with it. And even AJ Presents, that was my publisher. Even now, if I have a question about something, I can still call AJ and ask her. So it's like I still have. I'm thankful that I have people around me that can help me because baby, I be lost in the sauce all the time, all the time. I'm always lost.
Do you feel that you becoming author is making you a better business person, a businesswoman? Because I think that people don't understand that this is a business. This is not for play play.
Um, right now, I'm gonna say no because I feel like I need to get a system in place. I need to get a system in place. I need to get more discipline when it comes to like my spending. Because let me tell you something, that spend a check, get it right back mentality is on me heavy. And I need to, if this is something that I want to see longevity in, I have to be able to discipline myself more. So it's
Yeah.
like certain stuff I need to work on. Like I feel like I need to, get me a business account to where all my
Hmm.
stuff is pertaining to my business is right there. I need to have that account different from my bill account. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Hmm.
it's still stuff that I need to do. So it's just a process for me.
Yeah. You have to figure out your budget. You also have to figure out what you're going to be paid because you now have to consider yourself an employee of your business. So before you jump into stuff,
Hmm.
just from um, one entrepreneur to another, make sure you research everything that you do. Make sure that is right for you. If it's not, make sure you ask questions. I don't care if
Absolutely.
you have to call me. We can put you in touch with people. Make sure you have a tax attorney or a tax professional that is certified in everything because Mr.
This
Sam.
is something that I actually thought about that I really want to do for this year going forward.
Right.
Because TurboTax is it's easy to plug your stuff in on TurboTax, but I really want to get with somebody that know what they doing, that can really, you know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Make sure that when I found my tax person, and I decided to start my LLC because I have an LLC, and I was thinking about dissolving my LLC. And now that I have the podcast and I have some other things going on, he's like, "Why get rid of the LLC? You can still claim a loss." Just find somebody who knows a lot about it. Ask questions. I don't care if it sounds like you in elementary school. Just, hey, talk to me like I'm a 5 year old so I can understand what it is that, I need. And then make sure that they're up to date on stuff because you want to get all your credits. You
Yes,
want to
ma'am.
get, if you have a loss, I need them to claim your loss. You know what I'm saying? So make sure that your business structure, get a business consultant. These are things I'm just suggesting. You don't have to, but it works. Um,
I'm taking mental notes because after this live, I'm gonna write down what you said.
yes, because it helps you in the long run. We want your business to succeed. We want you to continue on, but if you don't have the funds to do it, then what you gonna do? You know what I mean? And
Right.
you want to stay a full time author, not go back to work unless that's what you want to do.
I told you I pray to God every day. Don't send me back to the strip club.
Yeah, yeah. So it's some people out here that can assist you. So if you have questions, I don't know them people, but I can help you research and find them.
I
So,
appreciate that. Thank you. Thank
all
you.
right. Um, we know that the majority of your work is urban lit. What's your definition of urban lit, and how do you fit into it?
Um, I don't know. I don't really know how to answer that question because I kind of feel like there isn't really a right or wrong answer when it comes
It's
to it.
not.
So it's like for me, I don't know. Chaos. You got your crazy niggas that do their not so legal things. That's always acting a fool. Like
Hmm.
they love you in this breath, in the next breath you play with them. They shooting at your mama house.
Hmm.
Like they shooting up your granddaddy funeral. Like I don't know. I don't know. That's just what I love. So to me, that's what I don't know. That's what it is to me. It's just chaotic niggas. Chaotic
Uh,
niggas.
what's too far in a book for you that you will just I'm not gonna do that. What's too far?
Incest. Incest is too much. I don't particularly care for domestic violence. Um I'm not going to this is as far as me writing and reading. I won't do any of that. Like I don't care for domestic violence. I don't care for incest. I don't care for on page sexual assault of children.
Hmm.
That right there is no a no for me. Like the book that I have coming out, there's a sexual assault scene, and it insinuates her being like assaulted when she was a minor. But some of that stuff I
Hmm.
didn't want to show because I just didn't want to show it. But
Hmm.
that's where I draw the lines at.
Have you written a book where the subject matter was heavy, and how did you get out of that funk? Because some people they have to like just decompress completely.
This last book that I did, I
Hmm.
finished that book on December the 20th, and I haven't started back writing yet because I wanted to. Yeah, because I had to clear my mind of a lot of stuff that I wrote in that book
Hmm.
because I'm just. Have you read you read Dro, the Ruthless one?
Yes.
So his brother Jules. That's the book that's next.
Ooh.
That's the book that's next. So
Ooh.
in Zoo's book, he talked about in Zoo's book he talked about Jules doing voodoo. And you also know that Gabby's friend, Bridget, was taken.
Hmm.
So this
Hmm.
book is about them. So
Really?
so this next book is about them. So it was kind of heavy for me. It's probably the heaviest book I know it's the heaviest book that I've done.
Wow.
Hmm.
So you had to like let me take some time off so I can get back into my
Yeah,
head
because
right
for
space.
one, I was already. Let me tell you something. I believe in spirits. I believe in all that. So I was already scared to try to write anything pertaining to voodoo. Like I was trying to watch movies so I didn't have to read about it. So like I had so many like books downloaded because I wanted to do like the voodoo thing, right? And
Hmm.
I was like, Lord, I can't read this. Let me just I made up a lot of that stuff, and I just hope I made it up to where it makes sense. Because baby, I couldn't read it. I couldn't read it.
But that Dro's book, that was a little heavy too.
Was it?
Just a little.
Um,
The whole selling of the that was a lot.
and you know
I mean,
what?
I was okay with it because I enjoyed the story because it needed to happen, but that was a lot.
This book, if this book is to me is heavier than that one, of course, because
Wow.
Bridget is actually a survivor, and so like in this book, you'll see some of the things that she went through. You'll see some of the things that she went through, but I feel like it's a great book. I feel like it's a great book.
I'm excited. I'm
I'm
excited.
I'm nervous, but I feel like it's a great book.
You have an art team?
Mhm.
Okay. Make sure that you get they set up approval because we got some art readers too.
Really? Okay.
Mhm.
The
Just
girl. the girls that beta read it like during the process, and the ones that read it after the
Mm-hmm.
process, they like it. They like it. Like the feedback has been good. And I'm honestly, I can honestly say that the group of girls that I have that help me throughout like my process, they're not yes men. And I love that
Mm-hmm.
because I don't want
Mm-hmm.
everybody to just be like, yeah, this is good because they get to read it first, you know? Like I don't
Mm-hmm.
want them to just say like this is good, knowing damn well that I could have kept it in the archives. But I'm pretty confident in the girls that I have. That they'll tell me if it's something that's like, so I think it's a great book though.
For authors, um, so that they know how to pick ARC readers and beta readers. How do you know this is a good beta reader, or how do you know this is a good ARC reader?
Um, I feel like you have to go before you pick. I feel like you need to go on that person page and look at, you know what I'm saying, what they've done. Because I
Mm-hmm.
found that the ones that are so eager to do something, they just want to do it because they just want to read your book. They just want to read it before everybody else read it. Like one thing that really irks me when it comes to like now when it comes to my ARC readers, like it's okay. Like if you don't want to give me your feedback at the time, that's cool because you're gonna give me your feedback, you know, when you post your ARC review. But with my betas, if I send them something and they just be like, oh, this was good, I can't wait till you finish, that irks me so bad. Because girl, what you think? Like give me some feedback. So when they hit me with this was good, I like this, like I can't wait to you, we just gonna sever ties, baby, because I just feel like you're not for me. I just feel like you're not for me. Um, Now this book right here, I feel like some people are gonna like it, some people not.
Mm-hmm.
This is how I honestly feel, but I honestly feel like it's a good book because I have some people, some of my betas, they were like they enjoyed the book, like they really liked the book. But then I had one that was like she didn't know if it was because of like her holiday funk or what, but she was like she just had a hard time with the book, and so I was just like, okay, now I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes stuff like that is kind of discouraging because it's like, well, damn, I thought it was a good book. Like, what can I do to you know what I'm saying, make it better? But I just, if I feel like I gave it all I had to give, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I feel like it's complete from beginning to end with me when I read it, when my editor goes through it, that's all I can do. Because like I told you earlier, everything ain't for everybody, and I get that now. I understand that, and that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
And her telling me that did not make me want to just part ways with her because like
Mm-hmm.
she's really one of the best betas that I've ever had. So it's like her
Mm-hmm.
telling me, I appreciate her more for telling me that that book went for her. Because
And that's the thing. You just because even some of my favorite authors, um, not every book that they wrote is for me. But I think that when I review a book, I try not to review the content,
mm-hmm,
more so the not so much the writing process, but if it's like the something that's not making sense, I will then say, okay, if it's below a three, if the story's enjoyable, hey, you got me. If I'm struggling with the story, I might drop it down. Not so much because of the content, it's because it's missing something. If it's just I can't, it's not making sense, I'm gonna send you a message and say, hey, but this is just Nicole. This is not everybody else.
right,
Hey, are you open to constructive criticism? And you say yes, I was like, hey, based on this, you said this, and this, and this. And it's not making sense here, and here, and here. I'm not writing you a whole long page, but I'm just saying these are the examples that I found that I
mm-hmm,
had a hard time with. And it's up to you as the author
mm-hmm,
to either say, okay, that's good feedback for me. I can now make sure that's what I'm looking for in my next book.
mm-hmm,
But again, I try not to read as an English teacher. I
mm-hmm,
try to read as a fan, a reader, and if I enjoy the story, I enjoy the story, and I don't be going like, oh, she had grammatical errors or she misspelled this word, so I'm gonna give it a 4. That ain't me.
My betas, like the betas that I had, and this is another thing. I feel like when it comes to bait, okay, so like your betas, they're with you during the process while you're writing versus your arts get it when you're done. I just feel
Mm-hmm.
like when it comes to your betas, you don't need a lot because when you have so many people giving you different opinions, baby, you ain't gonna know which way to go.
Right.
You're not gonna know which way to go. And then it's like sometimes when it comes to your betas, sometimes you can't include them in everything. You just have to give it to them when you're done. You just gotta give it to them when you're done. But I'm thankful for the three that I have because they give it to me raw every single time. If something is confusing to them, I would rather them tell me, "Hey, I don't get this. Let me go ahead and fix it before I put it out there for everybody else." You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So
Right.
I just feel like when it comes to your betas and your art, you got to be picky about who you share your art with because everybody isn't genuine when it comes to receiving it. They just want to get it and
Mm-hmm.
say they got it.
Right. Right. And that be it for me. It's like, oh, I got the book early, but like it's certain authors, I'm like, I'm gonna read it anyway. But if
Hmm.
it's something that's just not shining right, I'm gonna send them a nice little message, nothing nasty, just hey, I saw this. I didn't know if you mentioned this. It was a young lady. She was new, and she said, "Can you read my book? Can you arc it?" I was like, "Okay," but she had so much going on. It was a few things that needed to be changed. I said, "Do you mind if I give you some notes?" And she was like, "Yeah." I gave her some notes. She was changing them on the spot, changing them on the spot. And then when she realized what she was doing, she was like, "Oh, I didn't realize I did that." And it wasn't I was being nasty. It was like, "Do you mind if I do it?" It's a way to
Hmm.
talk to the author. I just wish people would be like, not so entitled.
I saw Cassandra said that she judges grammatical errors and she's getting better, but she doesn't finish books because of them. So like when it comes to like my arcs, I always try. I really do try to give them the edited version
Mm-hmm.
because of the grammatical errors and stuff. But it's like I'm really just not at a place where I do stuff in a timely manner. Like I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to get it to where I write, I give it to the editor, I get it back, I do my edits, then I give it to the arts.
Mm-hmm.
So I really want to get to a place where I can give my arts the complete finished version because sometimes like they get one version when it comes back from the editor. I didn't change something or I didn't added something, but the arts don't get that because they got the version that I turned in.
Right.
So it's
Right.
like I really want to work on that. I really want to work on that going forward into this year.
Oh, look at us all working together. I love it. I love it. So where do you see Nick Mills in 5 years?
Girl, 5 years, Lord willing, I see myself with my feet kicked up, with my French bulldogs and my cane corsos running around.
Oscar Raymond.
I'm in my 5 bedroom, 3 bedroom home with it's just me and my dogs because I ain't got no man, ain't got no kids. Um, I see me really making a life and a career for myself from doing urban fiction. That's where I see myself in 5 years. Just living the rich auntie life.
All right, Auntie.
Yeah.
As you talk about you were 18, you really young.
You know, I feel old sometimes though.
Okay, and that's fine.
How old do
But
you
you
think I am, ma'am?
way younger than me.
I'm like 30 something. I'm like 30.
How old do you think I am?
Well, you just told me that you almost 60, I think.
I'm 55.
See, girl, you look good. Let me tell you something. If I can look like that at 55, I got something to look forward to.
It's called makeup.
See, I can't. I feel
Cause
like
girl,
even
when I be
without
out
it,
here busting, y'all gonna be like,
even without it, even
uh,
without it.
uh.
K Nicole is another one that I keep near me because he she gives such good advice. She gives such good advice, and she is one of the ones that really pushes me.
Mhm.
She's one of the ones that really pushes me, and if I need help with something, I know I can ask her. I probably get on her nerves, which is fine. I'm sure I get on all of them nerves, but I love her down. I love Key down.
A lot of people, I know me growing up, when you would say, "Oh, I'm an author," you kind of feel like you're pretentious and you're kind of snooty. Do you feel like that still has the same perception?
Um, with some people, I'm gonna say yes because like I see and I don't see. Like I see how some of like the authors and stuff interact with people online, and they they place themselves on this throne where it's kind of
Hmm.
like they're doing themselves a service by just even talking to the quote unquote little people. But when it comes to me, mm-mm, I don't feel that way. Like I'm an author. I write books, but I'm just Renika. I'm just me. I'm just me.
But I'm just saying, back then it was like, "Oh, I'm an author,"
Oh yeah.
but you don't have that.
Mm-mm. 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 And I'm thankful that the ones that I interact with, they don't act like that. I'm so thankful they don't act like that. Cause I'm put like, girl, what the hell wrong with you? So, mm-mm, 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 mm-mm.
Baby, I'll be in her hollering because I was like, uh, my son be like, "Oh, my mom's on the phone with her author friends." Like, bro.
Now, I will say when I'm on the phone with somebody and I'm like around my family, I be like, girl, be quiet. I'm on the phone with Monique. Like, like, hush. I'm on the phone with Monique. But my mama, when I be on the phone around my mama's about used to it by now. Cause like when I'm on the phone, the only people that she know is like her name is like Takara, Key, and Monique. Cause every time I'm on the phone with somebody, she be like, "Who is that, Key?" I'm like, "Mama, you don't even know her like that to be calling her that. Like you don't even know her like that."
That is hilarious. So, fill in the blank.
Okay,
Blank is life, and it's whatever you want it to be.
girl, don't be asking me no hard questions. Um, I'm gonna say happiness is life because I just feel like if you're not happy with your job, with your family, with your faith, if you're not happy with anything, baby. What you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah. Okay. Finish this sentence. My pen.
My pen is toxic. My pen is
Absolutely.
my pen is toxic, but I also feel like my pen is good. My
It
pen is
is.
good.
No, your pen is fire. I
Thank
told
you.
you it was lethal. No, your pen is lethal.
Thank you.
Yes. And I'm not meaning lethal like it's like pew 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 pew. When you write a scene, you be like, okay, I got him with that. I got him. They gonna pass out with this.
My funniest scene is when Khalil tried to take that damn girl alternator out her car. He was on YouTube because he didn't know how. That will forever be my favorite one. So I see why people like it. But that was my favorite one. Cause how you gonna tell my shit and you don't know how? That was crazy. That was funny.
Do you ever be surprised by the stuff that you write?
Yes. Yes, I really do because it's like at the time I'm not thinking about it. Like I'm listening to music, I'm zoning out and I'm just writing. And then it's like when I'm done and I go back and read it, I be like, what the hell? But yeah.
Girl, when I tell you, I be in here screaming at you sometimes. I'm like, what the hell is she?
Mm,
Wait, if it ain't Lady Creole making her videos, it's me.
I appreciate y'all so much.
I be in here screaming. Um, so I have to ask my favorite famous question that I ask everybody. If you could invite 5 authors to dinner, dead or alive, who would they be? And let me be the waitress. Let me serve.
Um I don't like that question. I don't like that.
You got to pick 5.
Okay, so five. No particular order. No
Mm-mm.
particular order. Monique,
Mm-hmm.
Siobhan Latrice,
Mm-hmm.
Anita L. Jackson,
Okay.
um, 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 that's it.
You got to pick 2 more.
Damn. Um, um,
And they don't have to be an author. They have to be a writer.
um, Aubrey J,
Mm-hmm.
cause she's so damn funny. Um, Sonya Gray. I don't know if you know who Sonya Gray is.
Mm-mm.
She's she writes dark romance. She writes mafia romance. So
That's fine.
yeah. So
That's part of your 5.
that's who I would say. Keith said Granger, but see, I can't say that because I just started reading. I read Maggie Gray. So it's like
Mm-hmm.
I can't say I'm a diehard fan. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I pick my side based on being stalkerish to these people.
Why do you pick Siobhan? Why do you
Baby,
pick
Siobhan
Emily?
Latrice is the queen of toxic niggas, okay? She is the queen of toxic niggas. And it's like, I want to just sit with her and ask her, baby, do you know these niggas in real life? Because, because why do they act like this? Like people love Tony, but I love Ricky AK. Like I love Ricky AK. Ricky AK is crucial. I love Ricky AK and Crucial. Like I just love them so much. Like, girl, do you know these niggas for real? Cause where can I see them? Where can I meet them? And then with Monique, I don't. Monique is just so sweet. Monique is just so sweet. Like I don't know. Monique is just so sweet. She's just so nice. And the first book that she wrote, um, A Thug Has Feelings with Gator. That's gonna always be
Mm-hmm.
my favorite Monique book. Like I love the dudes that came after that, but that's it for me. Anita L. Jackson is one of my favorite paranormal writers. So I
Mm-hmm.
definitely want to see, like, ma'am, how do you do this? Because I too want to write, you know what I'm saying, fantasy paranormal. So I would definitely want to pick her brain. Man, Aubrey J is just funny. Okay, Aubrey J is just funny. So I feel like me and her we would argue a lot simply because of our attitudes. Not saying that in a bad way. I just feel like we would just joke and just like argue a lot. And then Sonya Gray. Look, I don't know nothing about that lady. I just know I like her books. And her men, even though these are white people, they a little toxic too. They a little toxic too. So it's like I don't know. I picked all of them for different reasons. All of them are great writers. Great writers.
I'm trying to think who I'm picking.
The dark romance writer, her name is Sonya Gray. Somebody asked me her name. It's Sonya Gray.
I think instead of picking. I think I just want to be a fly on the wall for that conversation.
Come
Because
sit with
I
us.
feel like, listen, I will be your bartender.
Come sit with us. Come sit with us.
Girl, I will be in here just going like this. Wait, what you say?
Come sit with us. See, I'm
Okay,
looking
I
at
got
Jessica's answers, and she got so deep with hers.
it.
I didn't get that deep, and now I feel like, damn, I didn't get that
My
deep.
mine changes weekly, so it it changes a lot. Um, if you okay, this is a good one. 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 Out of your catalog, who is your book husband? Who is your book boyfriend? And who you slide with?
You know what? I don't see
Oh yeah,
nothing. I don't see none of them niggas like that. I don't
you
see
better find you better find your husband.
my husband would be Mayhem. Mayhem would be my husband because I know how he coming behind me. I know how he coming behind us. Mayhem, he don't care who got to go. You can go, your kid can go, your dog can go. So Mayhem is my husband. What's the other one?
Your book boyfriend.
Um, Khalil would be my boyfriend. Khalil would be my boyfriend. Like that would be a toxic situation. Khalil between Khalil and Jay, I can't just I ain't gonna do right. I ain't gonna just pick one between them two. And what was the third?
Who you sliding with?
As far as what like
Who you sliding with? You know who you.
Jelani, Teflon. Teflon is a good man. He's a good man. I feel like Teflon didn't get a lot of love because people kind of shy away from poly stuff a little bit sometimes. But Teflon was a good man. He was a good man, Savannah.
I'm
So
just gonna pick Kason as my husband.
Kason Kason was cool. You know what I'm saying? Like Kason, he was a lover boy. There's nothing.
Exactly. He's exactly what I need. I don't need no
Oh no,
toxicity.
baby. I need some crazy in my life. I
I
need
need Kason as my boyfriend. I mean, as my husband. My book boyfriend. I'm stuck between Mayhem. It's Mayhem. It's Mayhem. Who am I sliding with though? I feel like J- Jules is gonna be.
Man, Jules ain't even came out yet, so you can't
I
say
feel like,
shit.
but no. I feel like he gonna have that BDE energy.
Girl, you might be scared of Jules, so just be
I
careful.
might, but that's why I'm sliding.
You might be scared of Jules. You might be
Y'all
scared.
think I'll be out here cutting up and I'm scurry.
Jay
I'm
was in
scared.
my lineup. I picked Jay to be the boyfriend. I think I said Jay and no, yeah, I said Jay and Khalil for my boyfriend.
Yeah. I
Jay
think I'm
was
picking. I think I'm sliding with him. I think I'm sliding with Jules because he got a lot going on, and I'll be scared of the voodoo and all the hoodoo.
you better be
And
scared,
then he coming with that BDE energy. I
baby.
feel like he gonna
If this nigga say
rock
he gonna
somebody
turn
world.
you into a duck, you better run. Cause he gonna have you quacking, okay? He is gonna have you quacking. So you fool with Jules if you want to. Fool with Jules if you want to.
I think that's what I'm sliding with. All
Okay.
right. um, what are three things you have to have while you're writing?
I have to have background noise, whether it's music, cartoon, um, or some kind of like nature movie. with like either
Hmm.
sharks or tornadoes, hurricanes, something. I got to have that. I got to have me a snack. Baby, I love snacks. Got to have me a snack. Um, Third thing would be nothing. That's all I need. All I need is my noise and my snacks. That's all I need. That's all I need. Um, I don't need nothing else. Yeah,
Are you one of those people that have to write at night? You write throughout the night, or are you one of those people that wake up early and write in the morning?
I'm more of a morning midday writer. I can't write at night. It seems like after 7 o'clock, my brain gonna shut down. Like I can't. And the thing about it, I don't go to sleep until probably about 3 4 o'clock in the morning. So the time that I'm up, I could very well be writing, but I can't. It's like my brain just shut down.
Okay. Last question. What brings you joy?
Other people
It
being
doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be within the book space. Just period.
seeing other people happy. Seeing other like that sounds like a simp answer, but that's what it is. Seeing other people happy because it's like whether it's in the literary world when it comes to like readers interacting with me or in my personal life, like I'm happy when the people around me that are happy because even on my worst days when it's like I don't want to be bothered, I ain't in the mood, like knowing that somebody else is happy is okay for me, but knowing that I'm the reason that somebody else is happy, that's even better. So even if I'm
Oh,
not feeling it that day, just knowing I made you smile or knowing that I made you feel away, I'm okay with it.
I thought that was the last question. But I'm being real nosy right now. What cartoons are we watching? I
I like Scooby Doo. Scooby Doo and Danny Phantom.
don't know that one, but I
Danny
know
Phantom
who's.
is it played. It's during the early like 2000s on Nickelodeon.
Oh, okay.
So that's what I watch. I watch Scooby Doo. I watch Danny Phantom. Sometimes I watch Daria. You remember Daria?
Mm-hmm.
Love Daria Morgendorfer. I watch her, but it's mainly Scooby Doo though.
All right, all right. Now it's time for you to pop your shit. You ready?
Yeah.
So tell the people where they can find you. What social media sites are you on?
So I have my author page or whatever, author Neat Mills. I have my readers group, as told by Neek, threads, as told by Neek, Instagram, as told by Neek, TikTok, as told by Neek. TT don't be on Twitter. I don't be on Twitter. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, do better with Twitter. I'm trying to do better with threads. But I'm mainly my Facebook group. If you really want to get to know me, come to the Facebook group.
You do know that you can collaborate. All you have to do is share your Instagram post to threads, and you don't have to.
That's how I usually do it.
Yeah,
How I
that's
usually
what I
do
do. I don't.
it.
I try. I be trying to be on there, but it'd be too much.
But
I do enough
they said
reading.
I can cuss over there. So I'm gonna try to go over there and see what that be like.
That's how you can go, guys.
Yeah, they said I can cuss over there. So I'm gonna see what that be like.
Don't get bad. Don't get bad. Not that you gonna go over there and cuss. Okay. You're gonna be at 3 book events. You said Esteban.
Eshivon's book event in Miami in April, Jessica
Okay.
Watson's book event in September, and
Hmm.
Southern Heart's book event in October in Columbia.
Okay. Well, you have pre-orders for those events.
I will have pre-orders for those events. I will.
Perfect. Where is the best place for someone to buy your book?
AsToldByNeek.com. Now I have some books in stock, but I have them all out of order. I mean out of stock because of the holidays, and I was trying not to add on to what I had. But AsToldByNeek.com.
Okay.
Or you can always inbox me. Like my inbox is always open to anybody.
Okay. Um, Website, social media. How many projects are you coming out in 2025? Do you think?
Projects with other people or just my stuff.
your stuff, whoever. How many books do you think you're gonna have in 2025?
I'm gonna have it. I'm going for. I'm shooting for 15.
But I mean, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm shooting for 15. I did 11. I did 11 this past year. I'm shooting for 15. That's what I'm shooting for. That's what I'm shooting for.
So you about to have us in a chokehold all damn year.
I want to. I want to. I told you I don't want Stevie to send me back to the strip club. Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna
I'm
need, listen. I'm gonna need you to put that in the book.
But yeah, that's my of course, sometimes you don't feel like doing stuff. But that is my goal. Between 13 and 15.
When is your next release, or do you have an anticipated time frame for your next release?
Next week.
So I'm gonna tell you what hate to see me coming, Kendall, because I know I'm about to be. Listen, I got things to do. I'm about to be slacking.
So, can you tell us when the physical copy for your next book? Um, like I don't know what you mean. Like I plan on like having copies back on my website next week. But my next book, physical copies for my next book will probably be in about 2 weeks or so.
Okay, y'all got 2 minutes to ask any questions before we go. So if y'all want to ask some questions, y'all better get to it now. And while they typing up their stuff, ma'am, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
I am. I am. So next week you're saying you need to be ready. That's all I need to know. Thank you. Anybody else? Anybody else got some questions?
Yep, next week. Next week is when I'm releasing.
Do you do book like my book club, books we love to discuss? I'm gonna shout them out. Shameless plug. Sorry. Um, do you do you come on and discuss your book with book clubs?
If I'm invited, like anytime anybody asks me to show up and do something, I'm gonna do it. But it's like when it comes to reader spaces and stuff, I kind of stay away unless I'm asked to be there.
Give them the website one more time.
As told by Neek.com. Can I write in the comments?
Yeah. Uh, Drake says no quest. I just want to say you the goat.
Oh, thank you.
Reading is my therapy says we will see more of Dro. Will we see more of Dro? I can't read. I'm dyslexic right now.
Yes. He's in his brother's book. Like he doesn't have like a very big part, but he's mentioned in his brother's book.
Any more questions, y'all? Oh, why she's doing that? Let me pop my shit real quick. So again, I'd like to thank y'all for coming on to pop your shit. Tomorrow we have um Isla Cox. And y'all know if y'all just read Just the Taste series, you know Isla come with that Make Your Panties Drop books. On Monday we have Miss Candace. So hopefully you guys will stay tuned. I will say next week, Wednesday, we have Caitlin Hunt. Friday on the 10th, we have A Blossom. And on Sunday, we have Tatiana, the creator of the Zoo Boys. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned or mark your calendars. Also, thank you, Diaka. Diaka says, well, Books and Locks 90. She says she loved your locks.
Thank you so much.
She has locks too, and they're beautiful.
Thank you so much.
YouTube. My YouTube is essential. I need y'all to go over there and subscribe over there, like and share it. Make sure that you're subscribed and that you're clicking the reminder button. And the reason why is so that I can monetize over there so I can bring you even more content. I could do even more giveaways. I could do all the things without going into my bill money.
I know that's right.
So if y'all want to see more content from me, if y'all want to do more giveaways, you guys want to have special events, things like that, please head over to my YouTube under the Booked and Busy channel. It's all one word, BOOKEDANIBIZZIE. Like and subscribe. Make sure that you are following Miss Neek Mills on all her social media platforms. If you love her books, go to her website. It is As Told by Nick, right?
Yes, ma'am. As told by Nick.
Dot, dot com. Make sure that that's the best way to show support to an author. If you love their books, go buy their books. You won't have to go to Design. Go to their website. And I think that's it for today. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank
Thank
you
you
for
for
having
feeding
me.
my soul.
Thank you for having me. This was fun.
I told you it's me.
It was fun.
I'm not pretentious. I can be.
This was fun. I appreciate you for having me. And I appreciate you guys for supporting me as well. I really do. I really do appreciate
Yes, and leave this lady alone with your negative comments.
it.
If it's not beneficial, if you don't think it's constructive criticism, leave this lady alone. Leave all the authors alone.
Yeah.
And with that being said, thank you so much and happy reading. Bye.
Bye.